Yes, I'm here with Jonah Bolden, new Sixers rookie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just got signed, right? You were playing overseas, and now you're playing pro. How has that transition been?
Correct. No, it's been good. I'm ready, as I was ready after I got drafted, and then I had to do a year. So now I'm definitely prepared and ready.
It's crazy. How old are you again?
22.
22. So you've played overseas, and now you're playing pro here. Do you feel like you've had a long career here?
Career here? No.
No, in general, because you've kind of been around and you've played overseas, and now you're playing here.
Yeah, I mean, I've only had 2 years professionally, so I wouldn't say I feel like I've had a long career, but no, I've done more than your average, I guess, 22-year-old.
Yeah. I used to call our team the United Nations because we had like a lot of overseas players. Bellinelli, we have Dario, Ilyasova. You guys play different when you come from overseas. What's like one of the main differences between playing here and then playing over there?
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't say I'm Australian, so I can't really speak too much for how the Europeans play. I mean, I've played with them, but just I know coming from Australia, and the Australians have that, I guess, grit, that kind of just aggressive nature, that just pick it up and keep going, grinding, and just being aggressive. The Europeans have their own type of, I guess, they're playing with them. I've noticed that their IQ is up there. You look at Dario, his IQ, and Bellinelli, guys like that, shooters. They've got that not as athletic as your average American or as your American player, but they've got that IQ that can, I guess, equivalent the difference between the athletic and the IQ. So.
Yeah, because they were really important to us. They're the reasons why we got to the playoffs.
Right.
So I want to talk about the Australian connection a little bit, because you actually played with Ben Simmons in high school, correct? Like, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, we were at the same high school.
Right.
But while I was in high school, we did play against each other. We were different states. So I was New South Wales, he was Victoria. So when it comes state championship time, and we play against each other then, and then when we had like national Australian camps and stuff like that, we played with each other then. So.
That's crazy. Now you guys are on the same team, and you're like, how does that feel?
No, it's good. It's exciting. We've been in touch ever since I made the move to come over to the States.
Right.
More so now that I'm obviously drafted to the same team that he's been on. We've been in more contact than usual. But yeah, no, it's been good.
So your dads actually played against each other as well, because your dad is an Australian legend. Like, have you guys talked about that? That's an amazing story.
Yeah, we haven't really had a time to sit down and talk about it. But yeah, no, they played against and with each other for a little short stint. They played together. But yeah, no, it goes way back before we were both born. So.
Right. Is your dad giving you any advice now that you're playing pro? He played 17 years in Australia.
Yeah. I mean, I've like I said, I've played 2 years already. So back when I made the transition coming from college to professional, playing professionally, he gave me the advice he's always said be a pro, but more so now actually being a pro to instill that in me to take care of business. Now you're a professional player. It's not just you're doing this in class. It's strictly this is your job. So approach it as every day. Approach it. It's not a 9 to 5, but approach it like it's a 9 to 5. Organize and prioritize stuff like that. So.
Last question. We had an Australian day for the Sixers, and they had those beef patties that they have in Australia. How do you eat that? So I'm Spanish, right? So I wanted to cut it up and put cheese in it and put hot sauce and ketchup. How are you supposed to eat that pie?
It's different. The pie, I like the shepherd's pie. I don't know if they have that with the 420 sponsor, but I like the shepherd's pie, which is it has like mashed potato on top. But the meat pie, I just put tomato sauce or ketchup on and then eat it. You got to eat it while it's hot, otherwise it's kind of nasty if it's cold.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you.